We have talked about populations and samples. Now, how do we pick a sample? The answer is you have to pick a random sample. The absolute best way to pick a sample is to do it randomly. That's why I have to introduce a random sample. When you take a sample from a population, if you just pick whoever you feel like, your result has a bias. Okay, your result has a bias. And then the result must be a random sample. So every time you take sample, you need to take a random sample, meaning that every single individual in the population has equal chance to be selected. So let's say in a class of 50 students, I want to take a random sample of 7 people. That means every single one of you has equal chance to be selected. I am not going to pick a person in specific because I like that person. No, that is not a random sample. That is a bias. Okay, I want to find out that are my students willing to take my class again? Okay, we are trying to find out. This is a bias. If I ask students who earn an A, that is a complete bias. Why? Because they got an A, so there is a very good chance that they are willing to take my class again. If I ask students who earn an D, of course they are not going to take my class again, right? Okay, here is the not bias. Randomly select 20 students. Okay, you just select 20 students randomly. That means every single one of my former students has equal chance to be selected. Another way to say this is you close your eyes and then you reach your hand inside a box and then you randomly take something out. So that is a random sample. And then let's say from a 50 student class, every student has equal chance to be selected. Again, every single person in the population has equal chance to be selected. That is a random sample. Okay, I have 5 problems. You can pause the video or take a screenshot at this time and then solve it first. And then I will go over the answers. Is the following sampling method random or not random? Not random is a bias. Number 1 is a researcher wants to know the average height of students at college. They get a list of every student's ID number, put them in a computer program. This one must be and have the program select 100 numbers at random. Okay, I see 100 numbers at random. Okay, at random. Okay, at random. I need 100 students. Okay, I have so many students in this college. Everyone has an ID number. Okay, let's say your ID represents 1, my ID represents 2, and then everyone's ID has 1 number, right? And then I will just randomly select 100 numbers. So everyone has equal chance to be selected. And then number 1 is a random sample. Number 1 is a random sample. How about number 2? A teacher wants to know if students uh there may be a mistake in here. If students like the textbook, she asked the first 20 students who come to class to fill out a survey. Okay, the first 20 students, that is completely biased. This is a convenient sampling. Number 2 is a complete convenient sampling because it only includes students who are early to class. Students who are late or skip class has 0 chance of being selected. So this one is a bias. This one is a bias. So let me write this down. This one is bias because this is a convenience sampling. Number 2 is a bias. Number 3, a city council wants to gauge support from a new part. They send a survey to every household in the city. Okay, I like this. Every household in the city and use response from the first 50 they receive. That doesn't sound good. From the first 500 they receive. No, that doesn't sound good. This one is a complete bias. No, number 2 is not a random. Number 2 is a random. Number 2, no, bias. Number 3, bias. So we have a number 1, random. And then number 2 is a bias. Number 3 is a bias. Number 4, a manager wants to learn about employees' morale. He randomly selects 50 names from a list of all employees from all departments to interview. Randomly select 50 names from a list of employees from all departments. So everyone has equal chance to be selected. Number 4 is a random. What about number 5? A website wants to know what users think of its new design. It puts a feedback pop-up window that appears for 1 out of every 25 users log in. This one is a random. This is called a systematic random sample. So number 5, we call this a systematic random sample. Every user has an equal chance, which is 1 out of 25. 1 divided by 25 is around 0.04, which is 4% chance of being selected when they log in. It is a common and a fair method. So number 5 is a random, systematic random sample. Every user has 1 out of 25, which is a 4% chance of being selected when they log in. It is a common and a fair method. So that means number 1, number 4, and number 5 are random. Number 2 and number 3, they are biased. All right, that is the end of this video.